Hey! What's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Wednesday. Anybody been said what's gonna be? Almost forgot today. Anybody been said what's going on? We have a touchy subject at hand. We're back on the bathroom, but this time it's a twist to it because we're talking about the bathroom situation, and it's actually in a gay club. And a gay club is known as Boots and Saddles. In case you don't know that, it used to be on Christopher Street. But it moved to another location around the corner to this spot right here. Now, there was a drag performer by the name of Valentine Steaphon right here. Okay, a performer that was from Canada that moved to New York City. And on August the 5th, she went to Boots and Saddles, and she went to use the bathroom and stuff. Now, I use the word she because in our terminology, a lot of times when they're drag performers or, by me being in that world, we call each other she, and girl and stuff like that, but that's a drag thing and stuff like that. At that time, when we call each other that, most of the drag performers don't identify as a female. They are drag performer. We call each other girl. It's just, I think it's just a family thing, it's just something that just adapts, and at the end of the day, they really don't live as women. However, the situation is going out as far as a drag performer, and they're using the term as drag performer kicked out of NYC, the gay bar and stuff, and they call her a trans woman. They're using it as trans woman. Now, I have no problem with that, only because I can respect anybody within their craft. However, we're going to discuss that part at the end. Anyway, she went inside the women's bathroom when she was using the bathroom and stuff. Like I said, I call her because she's like my sister. Anything about it, she's also on my Facebook list. But anyway, I use the term she because, it's just a thing as far as LGBT. You understand what I'm saying as far as my people, how we talk and stuff. The thing about it is that's our terminology when it comes down to different things. But when you send it out to go nationwide and stuff, my personal opinion, I believe to use drag performer just the same way I just did. I said drag performer kicked out of the NYC gay bar for using the women's room. Now, the sad part about it, I feel as though Valentine should have not been kicked out of the bathroom because you're in a safe haven place. And the simple fact of the matter is you're in a gay club. And a lot of times when the gay club, all that society issues and all this other stuff goes out the window. When it comes down to an issue of just using the bathroom. When this is the thing about being in an LGBT or in a gay club, all that extra stuff goes out the window. We live our lives, we live our truth. We do things out of love. We do the things out of family. We don't do all the society stuff. We leave that outside the door. However, she went to use the women's bathroom when she got out and stuff. She was allegedly verbally attacked by women that was sitting up there waiting to use the bathroom. And they told her that she does not have a vagina, allegedly, or a pussy. And she should not have been inside the bathroom. Now, she got upset and stuff. She said, you don't know what I have between my legs and stuff. And, within women and stuff, they were going back and forth and representing. These were cis women, biological females, in case you don't know what cis stands for. And evidently they was waiting inside the bathroom, was waiting outside the bathroom and it was upset that, in my mind, I'm thinking she took a long time to come out the bathroom. And I'm sure she didn't think it would be a problem because it's a gay club, like I said before. But a lot of times when people are using the bathroom, when people come into a gay club, they kind of understand the rules. And the thing about it is that, I don't know if you know about Boots and Saddles, but this is a drag performance place. I mean, they do tons and tons of drag shows and stuff. So quite naturally, if you have a woman that's using drag and stuff, they're going to use the women's room. It's not a big deal, you know, and it's so sad that we're taking this to the drag, and we're taking it to a gay club because it's just a bathroom. Why are we talking about a toilet, you know? And the thing about it is that regardless of if it's a trans woman or a drag queen or a female, you have to wait your turn. It doesn't matter what you are beside the side of everything. You have to wait your turn. Me per se, I'm a transgender woman, you know, the Oopa Loopa. I don't even use the women's room as far as in public thing. I'd rather just wait. And I'm biting my tongue, so if you watch me laugh and stop, I'm biting my tongue because I'm about to say something fierce. But anyway, so I don't understand why it was such an issue, but it made it to media and it got very big and stuff, and, you know. And I think Next Magazine jumped on it, a couple of other people jumped on it in reference to the storyline and stuff, you know, because the simple fact of the matter is that it made storyline because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. She should not have been upset. Well, anyway, they reached out to the manager of, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, and they asked him, you know, why would this issue happen, and, you know, in reference to Boots and Saddle, why was she kicked out of Boots and Saddle? Or did I mention that? She got kicked out. Yes, she was kicked out. Security came over to her and let her know that security came over there because evidently they were arguing back and forth. Valentine and his female, they were arguing back and forth, domestic escalating, the voices got louder and stuff started, so security came over. I guess he couldn't calm them down, so evidently, in my mind I'm thinking allegedly, he asked them to leave. So Valentine got upset. She went to Facebook and she put this. You see that? She was very upset. She said she couldn't believe that she was kicked out and stuff, you know. You know, hold on, sis. You know, it's okay. You know, it's just a bar, you know, I'm sure you'll be okay. You know, it's a lounge and stuff. And she identifies as, she calls herself transgender queer. And which means that, if you know what that means, that stands for, she used both names, male and female pronouns, you know, her, him, and stuff like that. Kind of like similar to what I said and stuff like that. But the only problem I have with that, you know, and it's not a shot at her, this is where the problem lies with the real transgender women. When you keep putting transgender on stuff, they're thinking that it's one of us that this is happening to, and clearly she does not live as a woman. So we have to suffer the repercussions of this. We have to get kicked out of the bathroom. We have to. When I say we, I'm talking about society. When it comes down to society and us, she does not live as a woman. She lives as a performer. She's a drag performer. She may identify as anything she wants to identify. That's okay. But when it comes down to it, it's most clear, she does not use the public bathroom as far as a woman. She goes inside the men's room, because I watched a couple of videos and stuff, and she lives as a man. She just dresses up and she makes some money, and, you know, in reference to that, but she returns back to being a boy, allegedly. But anyway, that being said, you know, and this is the problem I have with that. You know, I really don't care as far as the rest, you know, what you identify as, but I have to understand is that when you do this and you put, and I'm not saying her, when people put this out as far as trans, they're thinking of us, the transgender, the real transgender women. And that's the problem with that umbrella, which I said makes it very confusing, and it makes us have to pay the repercussions. A lot of girls who are really trans don't even want to use the bathroom no more. We'd rather just wait. That's how bad it's gotten to us. Now, we're suffering from it, and they go back to being a boy. Now they're going into the original, and they go, oh, well, girl, you know. But reality is that we're paying for it. We're paying for these headlines. We're paying for that. You know, this is my opinion. That's how I feel about it, you know. And the thing about it is that, you know, I don't know how you feel about this, you know. And like I said before, I feel as though she shouldn't have been kicked out, you know, but the manager stepped in and he said, he kicked everybody out. He said, I kicked everybody out because it escalated, got so loud and abrupt. He said he couldn't do it. He said, kicked everybody out. Allegedly, that's what happened. So, you know, it's sad, but it's real, you know, and with the world we do with dividedness, and it's sad that we went through this, you know, in our own community and stuff. And I'm sure Valentine she'll be fine, whatever case may be, and, you know, I have no problem, you know, like I said before, when it comes down to people who are in the trans community, or live the life you want to live. But when it gets to the mainstream media, it always gets back to the real transgender women. And when it gets down to the transgender women, we have to suffer repercussions. We do. We do. You know, and I understand somebody get mad, so I consider myself a trans woman just because I don't dress up like y'all do. This is where we, like I said before, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, I don't want to get anybody upset, but you have to understand the thing. I have to say what I have to say, and you may not agree with me, but I have to say what I have to say. When you walk out the house and you're still living as a man, and you're doing everything as a man, you go in the room dressed like a robot, and you take everything off, go back to being a man, to me, you're not a transgender woman. That's just my opinion, because you live as a man and a woman. When it comes down to the real transgender women, we're the ones that are suffering. So my thing is that if you really, and this is my personal opinion, I'm not trying to offend anybody, trust me, I'm not. But if you really care about the transgender community, and I'm talking about the ones who dress up, drag performers, in the case may be, and stuff, and if you really care about, put down drag performer. So we need to break this umbrella up. You have to understand, we need somebody to start the leadership of letting them know the difference between what we are. Because I'm going to tell you something. They have put, a lot of people who are not transgender have put their own sisters like us to the point we can't even use the bathroom. And it is y'all living as boys going in the men's room, and you're getting your life, but you don't understand what you're doing to us. We're catching a backlash to this. If you care anything about us, and I know I'm asking for too much, but if you care anything about us, when they put these little accolades and stuff out there as far as, you know, when they get your story on, because they want to, you know, get people to look onto it, let them give you the correct title. I'm a drag performer, and I got kicked out of a gay club for using the women's room. Anybody who's in the LGBT will understand where you're coming from, because we know that in the gay clubs and stuff, we use all the bathrooms. There is really not no men or women bathroom. We just use the bathroom. And it's so sad that this made it all the way into the gay clubs. You know, but the thing about it, the man said it's not even that. He said it just got too loud. So, you know, like I said before, draw your own conclusions. But like I said before, when these storylines go out and stuff, if people go through this, and I know it may not reach to anyone, I know some of you may not care, but if you really care anything about the rest of the real transgender women, have some compassion in your heart and try to look out for us. And I know I'm asking for too much, but look out for us. If you're going through a situation, please be specific in what you are and who you are, so people can understand. If anybody's on the LGBT, we already know where you're coming from. We know what you're going through. They didn't have to put trans on there. We would understand it because you was in a gay club. You know, anyway, the being said, I would love to hear you feel about this. And I want to say hello, my dogs. Meow. I want to say hello, my kids. I want to say hello, new people. Boom. I want to say old people. Bam. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. What you do to you, I want you to do the best way that you can. And if nobody likes it, then fuck them.